wrong metaphor. See, we Damaras were a family of chess champions. Okay, not common poker players. And I can assure you, from birth, Rachel has been taught to protect her queen at all costs. The question is, what role is Dimitri playing in Kristen's latest con? Does she see him as an equal? Her king standing right beside her? Or is Dimitri just another one of her pawns?
Leah, whatever it is, I'm sure we can find...
Tell me what's upset you like this. What's wrong?
It's my Uncle Victor. He's dead.
Oh dear. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you had an Uncle Victor.
Gwendolyn, of course you did. My Uncle Victor, Kyriakis, ring a bell?
Oh, that Victor. You mean Sonny and Xander's pathetic excuse for an uncle? You're crying over that old geezer?
Yes, I am. He was family. He was well, technically, he was my uncle-in-law for a brief period.
You mean that brief period when you blackmailed his nephew into marriage? Come on, a man despised you. He belittled you.
Okay, so maybe he glared at me with the intensity of 1,000 suns, and sure, he had the warmth of Jack Nicholson in The Shining, but we had a special bond. When I think of the last Christmas we spent together at the family home. So, how do Christmas mornings work around here? When do we open the gifts?
An hour after we throw you out on your sugar plum ass.
Victor, you're such a cut-up.
Anderson! I need you to escort this deranged woodland critter out of my house.
I think, deep down, despite all the fetching I've done about him in therapy, I think he actually liked me.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Matty. No. There, darling, it's okay.
Thank you.
But I know our stories aren't the same. But I do get what it feels like to become so lost and so separated from reality that you end up hurting innocent people.
You see, but our stories aren't the same at all. No, you told me, right, that this Megan cow, she brainwashed you. So you were in your right mind when you heard those
But you weren't even in your right mind when you went after Susan Banks. You told me that you were grieving over your ex-fiancé, and God knows people, when they grieve, do crazy things, especially when they're alone, when they don't have support, which clearly you didn't.
I don't know, maybe you have a point.
I know you didn't ask for my opinion, but from what you just told me, it sounds like E.J. DiMera and this Gabby woman used you as a pawn in your twisted little family war.
You know, this could be a palace coup. I mean, Kristen could be using her daughter as a red herring, knowing we'd follow the scent, and then...
And then what? She beheads us all and she ascends the Iron Throne.
Wouldn't put it past her.
Okay, I wouldn't either, but I haven't seen any White Walkers milling about. So let's slow down, go with what we know, what we can deduce, and build on that.
Okay, well, we know that Dimitri is too smart, too cunning to be Kristen's pawn.
Unless she's double-crossing you.
Which is entirely possible. However, we know that she and Mr. Gotta Be Married by my 40th birthday are in this together.
Yeah, whatever this is.
You know, when I talked to Rachel, I asked her to play 20 questions with me, and we only answered one question before Mommy interrupted.
What was the question? What was the answer?
I told her that I knew that her and Kristen had a secret, and that it had something to do with money, so I asked her if it involved anybody in this house.
And what did she say?
She said yes.
Well, that's a start.
Yes, and we still have 19 chances to get to the finish line.
Please sit.
So, just out of curiosity, Mr. Roth.
Oh, please, call me Elliot.
All right, Elliot. Pray tell, what would happen to the money earmarked for my nephew via the von Leuschner codicil if the marriage doesn't stand up to your rigorous scrutiny?
It's quite simple. Should I determine that Mr. von Leuschner did not meet the terms of the codicil or that his marriage is fraudulent, the money set aside for him would be divided between the remaining heirs of the von Leuschner Trust.
I see. And that would be Carly Manning, Frankie Brady, some love child no one knows about, an unassuming cobbler in Vienna.
There aren't any cobblers listed as heirs, but you've certainly done your homework on the von Leuschner family history. Mr. Mera, I grow more impressed by the minute.
Well, Elliot, I am not one for homework. I just want everybody to be treated fairly.
That's commendable. And getting back to business, it appears Katerina and Francois both renounced their claim to the von Leuschner family fortune decades ago. It seems they're more than happy to subsist on their wages as a film director and chocolatier, respectively.
I see. So who, would get the money if it falls through for Dimitri?
Dimitri's portion would be divided equally between Katerina's children, Dimitri's cousins, Nicholas James Alamain and Melanie Jonas. But surely you aren't worried about your nephew failing to meet the terms of the codicil, are you, Mr. Mera?
Oh, I don't know where all this grief is coming from. Maybe it's just being here in Reykjavik, walking past all the tall, blonde Icelandic zaddies that I'll never get to cover head to toe in skier. Oh, so much is coming up. I'm even thinking about how I've never had a chance to mourn Bernardo. From West Side Story. I saw the movie recently, the original from 1961, and George Chakiris, I was so smitten. And when Tony takes Riff's blade and stabs him, oh God.